Alright, everybody, we're going back into this. Welcome, everybody, to the Dota 2 2016 International Open Qualifiers. We're getting down to the last little bits here. Ancient Apparition, a lot of bands that actually I didn't pay attention here. Okay, so we missed out on the last two picks, Anti-Mage and a Rubik.
Radiant team pick.
Okay, alright. I think they just banned out any heroes and they didn't really care. So it looks like we're going to have the mana bar, and I have my ping chart back. Sweet. Alright, so as always, everybody, we're going to start over here with the Radiant. Death Prophet will be played by Linguini Fresh.
For battle.
Haratsu, or Horatas, will be playing Rubik. Harf will be on the Tide Blunter. Hopefully not in the jungle. Black Sheep will be playing the Ricky with the new blades that everyone just so very loves. Lifestealer, next to that, will be played by This is Majus. This is Majus. Meanwhile, over here on the Dire, we have Timbersaw being played by Iya Simba. We have Mirana being played by Yoshi, which I do remember Yoshi from yesterday. He did a very good job, but he's on a different team today. And Pope will be playing Lion Falco on Sand King, and the Anti-Mage being played by Tez.
30 seconds to battle.
It looks like we're not really going to get an engagement on this top rune. Harf is trying to scout it out a little bit, but he isn't picking up anybody, so he wants to be a little bit careful. Meanwhile, on bot, Ricky is going to try and find somebody here. They didn't see the Timbersaw, and they don't know that the ward's there, so they need to be a little bit careful with the planning of this positioning. Looks like this will be a free bot rune going to the Death Prophet to the mid. Tidehunter. Harf's in a really bad spot. Arrow coming in will land. And stuns will be spec'd for the rest of the team here. Sand King is debating whether or not stuns are spec'd, and Tide will be going down for the first blood. Harf just... I don't know, man. He fell into that one. What the... No... This is actually a mid Mirana instead of a mid Timbersaw, which we've been seeing a lot of when it comes to these Timber picks. Looks like they are going to place an overhead ward to figure out what's going to go on, but not going to be any different here. I think a bottle actually just got picked up on the Mira as... Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute, everybody. I think I'm having a seizure of some sort because Sand King's the mid. So, there's a problem here. Falco, he's going to try and go on him, but Death Prophet's got a... Oh, he actually misses the stun. So, let's load up that last hit charts. Anti-Mage getting his CS perfectly fine against this Lifestealer with the Timbersaw in the bot lane. So, Steakhouse, already doing a little bit of work on this mid, but that's really all they're going to be able to do here. Man, ooh, they just soaked the arrow. Linguini Fish is going to be taking a bit of damage, but it doesn't have enough stun, or it doesn't have enough for the stun here. He will be able to get out unless there's another miracle arrow going out, but not going to be the case. DP is going to have to play a little bit safe. Yoshi's prepping up for that other arrow. He's got to move around with this Mirana on the team, but it looks like the Ricky's going to come on in to do some secondary supporting Mirana. Arrow is going to go out. Land does not land. Actually, it looks like it's a counter kill. Falco trying to go on top of Death Prophet. Death Prophet's going to get hit a bunch. Will end up going down. That's 2 kills already going to TKO, and Black Sheep not providing enough damage to try and counteract on this engagement. So we are going to see 2 kills already going down here, but top, he's being pressured out by this Tidehunter finally. Harf is finally having his return Carapace to make it to where he can farm a little bit more effectively, but he's going to have to start dipping into the jungle if he wants to get something done. So
that should help.
it looks like actually Ricky's going to be in a little bit of a trouble here. He has fairly low HP, but he's going to try and roam up to top. But he's not going to be able to get much off of it. Timbersaw, he's providing a lot of damage against this lane, and This Is My Juice is going to have a little bit of a hard time. But he's tanked up early. He went more into the resist there, so he has more armor and more HP. Rubik is just going to keep on weighing on him. And yeah, so they got to be a little bit careful here. Harf, you can't really lose a lot of mana to this Anti-Mage, but at the same time, can't really let the Anti-Mage farm. Ricky, he's going to prevent the stack for the safe camp. And he might be trying to scalp some out here. Looks like Pope is pretty low HP. There's no blink available. But there is tier 1 backstab. Pope is going to end up regenning. Enough. It's not going to be enough to end up getting a kill here. I'm really camping on top of this here while Death Prophet mid's taking a little bit of a beating himself. Looks like Ricky will reveal himself. He's going to try and steal the pole, but won't succeed. Pope knows he's here. So they're going to have to make sure. Actually, it looks like mid Death Prophet got hit by a stun here, but it's not going to be enough because he's slowed up by the dot. So it's a little bit hard for this Death Prophet to farm against a mid Sand King, which is a very strange pickup here. Looks like they're going to try and come up to take this pole camp here. Hearth will end up getting the range creep. Has a little bit of experience going his way. Looks like there's going to be an engagement on bottom here. The Timbersaw is a little bit low, but he is going to be able to tree chain out at the end of the day. So he will actually throw up his salve as well. So he is going to make it out perfectly fine. Ricky scouts out the Invis rune. Doesn't have the ability to get it. No boots, but can build those boots now. Meanwhile, on top, they're trying to skewer a Hearth with this arrow here. Make some fresh fish on a stick. So yeah. Oh, I stopped paying attention. Black Sheep. He's roaming around fairly effectively here, but he's only level 2. He doesn't have Blink Strike yet, so it's not good enough. And not good for anyone else for this roaming potential here. And Timbersaw, he's got 15 stacks into his regen. He's able to take as many creep hits as he wants and desires, because he's just going to end up getting that beautiful 21 armor already into the game. And this is my juice. He's just going to try and hit him as much as he can, but he's not taking any damage. Harf is going to end up going down here to the off camp lane here. He is going to actually, looks like there's an engagement here. My mouse is freaking out here. Falco, he pops an Invis rune. He actually will make it out perfectly fine, but he tried to go into engagement onto Death Prophet, but doesn't have enough stun power to end up doing it yet. He's actually 3-2, pretty much. So he's playing in a very aggressive mid Sand King, and I really hope, guys, that this is not going to be a permanent thing, a mid Sand King. But who am I to blame, alright? I'm a really shit Dota player, and you can't blame me. Hearth being just terrorized for his loss of mana right now against this, looks like one even Lion. Another engagement intent here on bottom. Timbersaw's not going to be able to... Timber will actually be able to get out. So this game is actually fairly hard for Steakhouse right now to try and take out this Timbersaw with so much armor. But Black Sheep, he is here. He is going to smoke. He's not going to be able to get it on top of him. Timbersaw's caught up in a lot of creeps, but it's not going to be enough. There's going to be no damage. He's got so much armor. Ooh, Ricky might end up dying here if he's a little bit too close to the wall. Don't want to pull out this fight here, but meanwhile, Tart. Wow, that was my ear. God, this is so weird. This mid Sand King is actually doing fairly well with this roaming Marana, which is absolutely outstanding. Whether or not they're still going to go into blink here. The stun's going to go out. Sand King is going to pop hold right on top of Linguini, but the arrow will not land. It's not needed, though, because he will get the last right click. That is super strange that Sand King is actually dominating a mid lane fairly effectively and only losing but mana. Not really a lot of HP. So, this is a very strange draft. There are going to be wards and smoke being popped out for Rubik here. So back over at the base, still not 6, and Black House still not level 3 for that blink initiation invis capability here. Invis ward, rune, well, the invis ward on top here. The Lion has no items. Anti-Mage is free farming, so they're gonna have to do something to answer this free farming Anti-Mage on top. This is just like a lot of the EG games I casted yesterday, where the carry is gonna end up free farming for a large duration of time, and there's not gonna be any way to answer it. Sure, the Lifestealer could be able to go up against the Anti-Mage with the Basher and the Grom Blade, but that's not gonna be able to do a lot when it comes to the late game when he's gonna have no mana to cast his Infernal Rage. So they're gonna have to figure something out here. Hearth picking up his Arcane Boots, and it's going to be very hard for them to end up getting here. Looks like they're going to try and put some pressure on the Lifestealer here. And meanwhile, I think I just heard someone say top is missing. But Anti-Mage, they're going to try and go on engagement here. Lion will end up being caught out. He only has stat boost, 500 dedicating Ravage. Hope will end up die here. Anti-Mage is going to be able to blink out, and that is that. Ricky's finally level 3 here. He might be specking into Blink, he might not, but Tez, he is being followed by the Rikimaru at this point, so he wants to be a little bit careful. New Sentry Ward being dedicated possibly to top to count out these pole camps by this Ricky. He will end up specking his Blink Strike finally, so that is that. Looks like Timbersaw, he's just trying to put as much pressure on this Lifestealer as much as he can, but he's got pretty much almost all of his armlet pieces, so he's got a lot of armor himself. I mean, not, of course, the possible armor of, like, you know, a lot. But Blink Dagger, Sand King going out already here. It is a 8.5 minute Blink Dagger, which is easy. But looks like top is going to end up having a push in here. Linguini is going to try and get as much damage as he can here with the ultimate. I don't have a lot of faith in this, but they aren't going to be able to get a deny. If Anti-Mage tries to, he will end up dying here, but mid is going to go down in exchange as well. I really don't want to be trading towers against this 1-3 already. Yoshi's going to speed himself up the top tower. Maybe to try and get a kill here. Maybe he'll get killed if he's too cocky here. Lifestealer, they're getting more. It's just the engagement down here. The Timbersaw and the Lifestealer just farming it up. There's no way that they can really prevent this at this point. They did answer the Anti-Mage farming here. Ricky scouts out Yoshi. He still has the Haste Rune. Haste Rune has expired. He does not get the last hit on that creep, so he will not get 200 gold. He will not pass go. And it looks like Timbersaw going to end up it's going to end up just floating around here, as I'm gonna burp in discussion again because I'm burping a lot. Looks like it's gonna be Tranquil Boots picked up on the Ricky. It's a very good idea because at this point the Ricky's having a lot of roaming and he's not really doing a lot about it. Looks like this Linguini will be sacrificed here. Falco trying to get on top of Linguini, but not enough. They're not gonna follow up with Pope yet. Pope's not level 6, so they can't have a map removal just yet. Timbersaw, he's actually getting fairly low HP, but he's got 14 in his regen, and that means he's got 21 point regen. He is dominating this lane whenever he's going to be able to have a safe time to regen up. Black Sheep will guard the bot rune. Top rune is going to go to the Lion, possibly. Is not going to go to the Lion. It's going to go to Linguini. Linguini? What is this? It's a Bracer. Okay. I don't see why not. Illusion being picked up, scouted out by the by Falco here. He has a Blink Dagger. Smoke is on at the moment. Looks like it is going to be Moonlight Shadow is going to be scouted out. Pope was spotted with it and is now double spotted. There's a Sentry Ward right there. I don't see Pope. Meanwhile, Lifestealer is going to get engaged upon your Magic Immune, is going to make him get through all of the abilities here, and that's why this Timbersaw, I questioned the pick because Timbersaw's not going to be able to hold off this Lifestealer through his Enrage, so the magic damage is purely voided. Not to mention Ron is done. Actually, meanwhile, in mid, missing a fight here. Falco being able to blink right on top, dedicating ulti for this Death Prophet. Black Sheep going to try and right-click down Falco, but they're going to have no diving potential. Harf has ult, but they're not going to end up dedicating for it. It'd be too underpowered for that, I guess. Lifestealer, he's going to lifesteal as much as he can on bottom here, but meanwhile, they're doing it again, everybody. Anti-Mage is free-farming the top here, so they need something to answer against this Anti-Mage. But if they're going to let this keep going, they're going to have to figure out some way to deal with him in the late game. Oh gosh, the Lifestealer is going to be ganked up upon here. Arrow will land, but it was only a tier 1. Oh gosh, all the burst damage going out on him. Lifestealer will end up going down. That is actually 231 gold being dropped down in Linguini. They're going to TP out mid, but it looks like in mid, Rubik is going to take a little bit of damage. The ward has been revealed from Falco, but Black Sheep going to try and get initiation with Falco here. But Falco, not really concerned about it, actually. He's got plenty of armor to end up voiding out this the right clicks from Black Sheep because he doesn't have enough damage potential. So they're going to have to figure something out here because there's a problem right now. Not only the fact that Harf is playing Tide. No, I'm just joking. Not only did Lifestealer end up losing to a battle down on bottom, not getting any counter kill potential, but the Anti-Mage has been free farming this whole time, and Battle Fury has been picked up. It was actually picked up 30 seconds ago. So he will be able to farm out this forest pretty efficiently. Not that efficiently, though, because the Mirana, he's trying to take a little bit of that farm. So we're going to have to figure out something here. Soul Ring being picked up for the Timbersaw, now being able to motion around. He actually has the first piece of his Ags. It will be a 5-man run into the mid here to try and get this tower, like try and make more space. But Timber, he is coming in. They did scout out the TP. If they did do the map awareness check, they see that Mirana is going in. Sand King Ult's going to jump on top of him. Everyone's taking a large amount of burst damage here. Black Sheep Tidehunter is going to use Ravage. Not going to be a lot here. Looks like Death Prophet will pop ultimate to try and have a defensive here, but Moonlight Shadow is going to save him, but he's stunned. Going out, it is a dead Lifestealer now as well. Linguina's soon to die as well. There's nothing that they're able to do here. Sand King reinitiating here, but Falco is actually going to die to a Rubik Starfall. Instead, Timbersaw coming right back in to try and kill what they can here. Tide will not actually end up making it out here if he soaks any of the incoming abilities that are going out here. He's going to have to figure out how he's going to get out. The Timbersaw's coming right around the corner here. Enough magic damage will end up killing him here. They're just chasing him around. Actually, Imba has no mana right now, but here comes the Anti-Mage Mana Bomb going to drop on top of Harf, and it's not going to do enough damage. Tower still goes down, actually. No deny going out here. Black Sheep is scouted out. Yoshi's got to be careful. Black Sheep can end up jumping on top of Yoshi here to get the kill. Leap is not available. He needs to get this kill now. Blink, he needs to move up a little bit more. But he's got to be careful now, because here comes Pope. The bounty rune is picked up here. Black Sheep really wants this kill. But meanwhile, in mid, Death Prophet's going to get jumped on yet again. But nothing else that's going to come off of it. I'm trying to look at chat and the game at the same time. I don't know which one to look at. Looks like they're going to roam out to bottom here. Ricky's going to pick up some wards. Falco going to bottle up an Invis rune. Pope's running a little bit to no items here. Smoke is going to be dispensed, and Falco will use an Invis rune just in case he gets double popped here. Linguini has to be careful. Link Dagger is up on the Sand King, but nothing out on Pope yet. And his smoke has expired. They do see the smoke. Calling it out. Falco still smoked, still Invis. He could end up getting a kill potential here on his own. His ult will be up momentarily. They do scout out Linguini. The smoke is broken. The courier is spotted. Drums being built out on Linguini here. Possibly a recovery item, possibly not. But looks like Sand King, he's going to end up trying to take this stack. No, he's not. Link Dagger's still available. Lion does have an ultimate now. Black Sheep is now infested, but he's still level 4. The supports over on the side of Steakhouse are having a hard time. Harv will end up soaking an arrow here. There are no sentries scouting him out, but they just don't want to go on Harv here because they know that Ravage wasn't used yet. Sand King's going to use ultimate. It's going to go right on top of Death Prophet. Too much magic damage. You are dead, son. Looks like he's going to be just lifted here, but he's got to be really careful. Oh gosh, this is going to be also a dead Rubik. Stun lands perfectly on top of him. Looks like Harv, if he wants to live, he's going to have to Ravage, but he will not get it off, actually. Sand King getting the stun out here. Timbersaw making sure that that's going to be the case here. Ricky, not picked up by the smoke. Lifestealer, he was picked up by the dust, but nothing's going to be coming of it. Looks like Sand King wanted to try and get something here. But meanwhile, again, Anti-Mage is still free farming at 15-16 minutes into the game. This is going to be a really hard time here because it's 2 and 12. They're getting a lot more kills over TKO at this point. I guess I ended up casting TKO's game yesterday. They had a really hard time going up against their draft that they had. I'm pretty sure they were actually up against one of the EG teams. Or one of the higher tier teams from the English bracket, but they are going to have to be a little bit careful. TKO really has the advantage here. Ricky is going to have to make some sort of powerhouse here in order to counteract this ability here. He has 3 into smoke. There's millions of sentries in mid here. They're actually going to pick up only one of them. The other one is just barely out of range. Sand King Burrow Strike is picked up for Rubik's ability here, so they have 2 stuns now on top of Ravage. And they're going to try and reset for this mid tower yet again. This armlet is not really providing with a lot here. Fortification will be used. It actually is going to be defended as well. They really need to figure out what to do against this Anti-Mage. He's practically free farmed. Out comes the arrow. We'll only hit the range creep here. It will be a free tower. They are going to try and go on Yoshi here. Multiple stuns being dedicated. Yoshi will go down. Silence is being dedicated. Timbersaw going to deal enough magic damage. Ravage is going to be thrown down here, but Rubik still ends up dying to the Timber Chain. But it looks like Timber, he is going to be able to get out here. Pope has the ability to drop down an ult right now, but not going to be enough. Sand King jumping in, dealing counter magic damage. Ricky throwing down an ultimate. Death Prophet will still go down here, but Ricky is in a really bad spot if they have any sort of detection. He's dead. Looks like he actually, Lifestealer actually dies to the Sand King mini dot on him. Oh no, and Harv gets caught out by the Falco. Sand King again, and double damage giving him and ensuring him the kill in the mid here. Courier, dangerously close here. Tez actually ends up missing the blink. He might want to go for it again, but not going to be the case. Ricky, He finally got level 6 in that fight, but it didn't end up providing him a lot. Basher already being picked up for the anti-mage. 18 minutes. And Basher,
bottom tower is under
Stamp
attack.
Boots, and Battle Fury. He is farming out fairly efficiently here. I guess I can switch to the CS charts. Oh boy, that is bad. That is really bad. Link is going to be picked up for Orzu here, but what is he going to be able to do with no Aghanim Scepter of any sort to end up grabbing some more powerful spells? So, well, grabbing more powerful spells by blinking into here. Looks like they're going to work on this bot tower. Timbersaw will end up getting it for free. Fortification can be used to delay the time. Looks like that is going to be the case, but looks like there is going to be no TP rotates for it. 4 and 16, 18 minutes into the game with AM leading on the net worth chart. Farming up in the jungle here.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
They're going to have to do something about this AM at this point. They left him alone for so long into the game that he's become such a pestilence to end up dealing with anytime he actually is going to be jumping into the fight. So they need to figure out what to do here. Looks like bot. They are going to find somebody. Harf. A really bad spot here if they want to not get killed by Yoshi. Invis Rune and an Aghanim Scepter being built here. Timbersaw, he is going to find Harf. Harf is not going to be able to get out of this one. He will not soak an arrow. He will mech it out here, but he is still going to take a lot of burst damage to this. Harf is slowed up, and he will take damage and die to the right to the last ability on the Starfall. He will end up dying to the Starfall, but again, meanwhile, Anti-Mage, free farming. They need to answer this Anti-Mage. There's nothing that's going to come from this by not answering the Anti-Mage. But the farm is going to keep on going for this little dwarf, Yoshi. Coming from the behind here. They want to try and kill somebody here. Oh, silenced up. He will not. He will end up dying, but Sand King prepping ultimate here. Jumps in, stuns, will kill the Rubik immediately. And he will go into Sandstorm here. Yoshi, he's spotted by the Sentry Ward. Trying to make sure they can get the kill. They want. Oh god, the immediate burst coming out by Pope. That's level 2 ult, killing him indefinitely. This is my juice. He's gonna go down as well. There's 4 down already for the side of Steakhouse. Arrow going out, not gonna land, but Timber coming right on in to try and finish the job. And it looks like it will be a deadly gleaning as well. No sausage tonight, boys, because it is dead and buried into the ground. Timbersaw, he's got a Bloodstone and 12 charges already. He's at 22,000, and Tez, he's just going to take this engagement freely into the tower here. He knows that he's able to take as much damage in roundabouts as he wants to. Missed the fight recap. So they're going to end up working it out here. This game was not looking good, boys and girls, for the side of State Gaming here. They ended up winning their first game, but at the same time, they can't really counter out with the second game. So they need to be careful with their lineups here. This Timbersaw providing a fairly large amount of... you know, at this point, I can't really, like, hide it right now. The only person doing really bad on their team is the Lion, and he's managed to get 2 kills. So, that is something that needs to be acknowledged. At the same time, they left the Anti-Mage to farm fairly effectively up in the top lane for a good portion of the game, leaving it really easy and, you know, not at all difficult for them to end up getting up and out there. But I have to admit, Steakhouse is still doing a pretty good job here. I mean, the levels over here, Ricky's only level 8. And the Anti-Mage is about to get 16 at 21.5 minutes. A lot of pickups being up here. Yogi will pick up an Aghanim Scepter. He is going to soak out a creep here. He's kind of a noob because he doesn't have the new bow. No, I'm just joking. But it looks like they're going to have to figure out something here. Kills death ratio. Sand King at 818. Being there for practically every kill he could. And then on top of that, you know, the XP per minute's doing pretty crazy. Current gold, everything like that. They got to be a little bit careful with how much they left this Anti-Mage to farm. Meanwhile, on top, they're going to find Yoshi. Everything will be used to kill him. Yoshi will end up dying, but arrow is stolen by the Rubik. It's a level 3 arrow. Arrow is going to go out. Not going to land on anybody in the top lane. But now they have another secondary stun here. They find Tez, fairly low HP. But they don't actually see... I mean, they're not going to kill him, obviously, but they saw that he was fairly low HP somehow. And Greenie is going to end up throwing an ult down for this tower. It's the only way they're going to be able to get something going on here. They don't want to soak these tower hits. They don't know where the enemy is. Falco, he's out here with a Gem, Force Staff, and Link Dagger. He's going to have enough power and enough initiation to get on this rookie. He's trying to get a kill on the backside. Pope, he's going to be launched back into the smoke here. This will be a free Pope, but at the same time, in comes Sand King, dropping so much damage here. Black House will end up going down here. Lifestealer trying to outdamage it. Ravage will be used. Tez soaking a lot of damage here. Blink actually will be used to your Lifestealer. He's still in the fight. No, he's not. He gets stunned up immediately. This is my juice. Is going to go down here. Linguina trying to regen here. His birds did come back in, but there's not going to be anything else they can do here. Linguina, he's just going to try and make some space. And he will end up dying, obviously. That is 3 dead. The tower gets denied. So the cannon does not get the last hit here. Timbersaw had 15 charges for his stone. It's going to be very difficult for them if they want to get something moving and grooving here. So this anti-mage just... I'm simply astonished at how much this anti-mage was able to free farm without anyone getting in the way. Arrow not going to land on anybody, not even Black Sheep. But we're going to get this mid tower with no hesitation. Fortification will not be used. They're using it in case for a high ground defense. And Yzma. Izimba. Looks like he might be going into a Shivas. AC obviously not going to be the item choice here, and he's going to keep on timber training to find any kills that they want here. But they're going to re-roam into the forest here. Ricky and Rubik trying to find somebody here. Blink is available on Rubik now, but he is trying to go for this. Looks like this is my juice. Possibly going to infest Ricky. No, they have enough detection here. In fact, they're going to work on getting this this Roshan here. There is a DD on this anti-mage, but they don't know where anybody is. Scan. They thought it might have picked up somebody, but they didn't. This is something, another thing Radiant should be doing is scanning outside the Roshan pit. Anti-mage is missing. He's not farming and he's not in your forest, but everybody's here. Everyone's here. The forest is dead for some reason. Falco sitting out on the outside. Rubik gonna jump on in, gets the arrow. Is gonna end up hitting Yoshi with it, but something else is gonna happen here. Looks like it is going to be an ulti being used on top of the Rubik here. And oh my gosh, the Lion dedicates ulti for the Rick and Maru. Looks like Yoshi's gonna get the passive Starfall to end up killing him out. And this will be 3 Roshan and 2 kills. The supports over on Stakehouse going down. Moonlight Shadow being dedicated here. Looks like they are going to be able to get out. Timbersaw has no stun method here. Anti-mage gets the Aegis. And that's another easy little tidbit for him. He is level 16 now. Gets the Yasha. He's pretty farmed. He's pretty farmed. Leaving a carry like this open up early, so early into the game here, it's only going to make it worse. So they left anti-mage to farm fairly long up in the top lane, and it is not showing to their favor here. Black Sheep, he scouts it out. Doesn't have defusal yet. There's no one else here to help him if he were to try and go on this engagement here, but he is going to try and at least slow Tez down. Rubik is coming out. There's nothing available for it, and they will end up using a fort instead of trying to go for an engagement. Linguini, how is the item progression in this game? We're going to start from the top here. Death Prophet looks like he's just going to try and go for more magic resistance. Timbersaw, I guess since you're here, has finally the Shiva's Guard and is going into the Aghanim sector as we speak. Tidehunter, Harf, he's got a mechanism, he's got Guardian Greaves, and it looks like he might be going for a Glimmer Cape. So I doubt he's going for a Baby Cape. Timbersaw, he's going to find... No, Black Sheep was going to find Timbersaw. Timber Chain, Chakram is being stolen by Haritsu here, but Rubik will end up going down almost immediately. No immediate answer for that lifesteal. And Bot Tower will end up going down to the Anti-Mage as well. So they are giving up a lot of objectives here. It's 7 and 27. The game looking pretty grim, folks, but I'm not going to be one to assume the intimate death of our friends. So they're going to farm out this bot tower. There's not really much they're going to be able to do to it here. This is my juice just floating around, trying to make it look like he wants to do something, but at the same time, everyone's available. And the slow is going to go out. It's going to land on everybody here. It has blocked out by Falco, but not going to block anybody here. Gem still on the Sand King. Veil. Not going to use Silence. Still nothing. There's not a lot of first drop initiation stuns they can get without using Tidehunter Ravage or a Rubik Lift. So they're going to have to figure something out here. They might smoke in front of the base, but nobody has one. Arrow going out. Will not land on anybody. Looks like Chakram will be picked up by the Rubik. Chakram not going to be used to try and take a fight here. And Linguini, he's going in pretty deep here. He's going to get stunned up immediately. Lion ults on top of it. Oh no, but hard drops the ultimate, not gonna kill anybody. In comes the Sand King, dropping just enough damage on top of everyone. Ricky will go down. Buyback going out by the Tide Hunter at this point. It looks like the Anti-Mage is fairly low. Anti-Mage will expend the Aegis here. Another kill going out. Death Prophet is gonna, Lifestealer will end up dying. He does buy back into this, but it looks like Tide Hunter getting chased down yet again. I don't think anything else they're going to do here, but looks like... Oh no, this is my Juice really wanting to get the kill on that Yoshi here, but he's going to soak an arrow on top of being just massively nuked down here. Heart might escape. No, he won't actually. Magic damage going out, and that's another kill. That's 2 to 3 diebacks out on Steakhouse Gaming. TKO. So they're going to end up taking this bot. They're not going to let it go for free though. Rubik wants to try and answer this somehow. Looks like Yoshi will end up going down to Steakhouse as Rubik. Doing just enough damage, not really caring here. GG was not called. Black Sheep is going to try and go on Pope here. Pope doesn't have a gem though, so that's not the first problem. Tez is going to try and right-click down the Death Prophet. Death Prophet doesn't have any way to survive through getting right-clicked here. No Yules, no nothing. So he is going to end up going down. His ult going down as well. And Zimba is going to TP out. Anti-Mage going to work on the mid now. So, I mean, Steak, they're doing a fairly good job of trying to defend. They're 28-3. I'm trying to look at the positives, but I'm really finding too many. Not trying to be that guy, but there's not really a lot of positives here. Ricky doesn't even have Diffusal. Level 11. The levels are actually fairly small. It looks like actually all the Dire is under-leveled compared to the side of TKO. And CS is actually pretty good, so this is pretty bad, folks. It is a Aghanim Scepter, finished on the Timber Saw. So he now has the double Chakram, and he will be able to deal as much damage as he wants, as he has 24 charges in this Bloodstone. This Scepter has not died for a long time. Probably won't die for a long time. Mirana, she's got an Eagle Song, probably obviously going to go into the Butterfly. Definitely not an E-Blade. Sand King, he's kind of got all the items he wants. Obviously he'd sell Bottle into something. Almost called him Lion King. Maybe going into a Dagon. That'd be amazing. But probably not going to be the case. Black Sheep, he's trying to get the last hits for this ability here, but he's going to get caught out. There's no sentry being placed down. Black Sheep's just going to die anyway to Timbersaw magic damage. He pings out that there's a ward placed up there, but not much is going to do for you when you're already dead. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem here. But, oh well, we're just going to have to roll with it, folks. Anti-Mage, he's camping it out here. He wants to get the Abyssal Blade finished up. Just needs the Courier, I think. Yeah, he just needs the Courier. And all the lanes are being pushed in here. Zimba, he's going to get Whirling Death stolen from him, so not much of a spell that's that important.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just camping it out. Making a little campfire out here. Just like Call of Duty. Oh my gosh, that is actually an E-Blade. That's an E-Blade going out on the Mirana, which is very strange. I guess there's so much magic damage coming out from Timber, and the only person who has physical damage, Arrow, gonna actually land on Linguini. So, it looks like they're gonna try and go on it here. Linguini taking so much magic damage. Lion ult gonna kill him off. There is no buyback available. Haratsu, he's gonna take enough damage too. Buyback is available for him though. Just this is my Juice. He's gonna try and jump on him, but Invis. Ooh, Ravage actually being used to try and dedicate the kill here, but they know Ravage is down now. They're gonna blink in all the magic damage. Mana Bomb gonna kill everybody. GG being called out, and that is the game, everybody. I'm very sorry that Steakhouse did not end up winning, but it was a very fun game, and the Sand King mid. The Sand King mid causing so much of a problem. I had no idea that that was going to be a problem, but I guess it is. Sand King, the very thing I thought was going to be a bad pick, was not a bad pick. Oh, I guess we can do the after-game analyzation here. The Sand King, I guess I'm going to talk about mostly. Sand King mid, a very strange pickup here, and I guess, I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Sand King mid was a very strange pickup here, but the fact that they had a little bit more roaming potential with the Mirana just managed to make it to where everyone died out, and there was not much they could do. So that is Steakhouse Gaming, everybody. They make it through Game 1 with an amazing and outstanding victory, but Game 2 turned around the other way. Hey, at least they're under the 32-minute mark. to keep the typical Dota games back to normal. Alright everybody, this is Party PD, and I wasn't going to cast too many more games today. So I hope you have enjoyed Steakhouse Gaming. It's been Party PD. See you next time for some more Dota 2 casting. Hey guys, if you like the content that you saw today, there's plenty of other content that's out on our channel. And if you want, you could just go and swing on by, drop us a subscribe, and you'll see our amazing content as more and more gets released. So hopefully you'll do that, and hopefully we will see you come next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.